white people.
Hi, white person here. Now imagine if white people started their videos with black people.
I don't have the 30-minute function yet, so let's get right into it. I made notes. Here they are. We shall be going through it one by one. You may want to pause to read if you want to, but I will walk you through the entire process. Don't worry. Starting with, imagine if white people started their videos with black people. That's ugly. Have you ever asked yourself why black people start their videos with hi white people or hello white people or white people? You know, I can't tell because I'm not a black person. I can only assume. So I'm assuming because white people built an entire global standard on whiteness, even though whiteness is the last situation to develop, white people have only been here for 6 to 8,000 years. Still, we have somehow managed to whitewash history globally to an extent that white is the standard. I don't know. Just a wild guess. Would you have preferred if she, I don't know, started her video with, yo, snowflake? Yo, mayo monkey, you're white. We are white. Why are you offended by being called what you are? Hit dogs holler? Anyway. Then the black woman asked, what does it feel like to be white? Then you answered, a white in America is not always that great. That is coming from an immigrant. Before moving to the US, skin color was never the topic of any conversation. Nobody cared. Well, I beg to differ. Skin color was never the topic of any of your conversations because you never listen to non-white conversations, because conversations of non-white people globally are always at one point or the other including the term race or skin colors or white supremacy, white privilege, any of that, because it is the living reality of black people, indigenous people, and people of color globally. You, as a blonde, blue-eyed white woman, are literally the standard globally. That's why it has never been a topic of your conversations. Suddenly, my skin color became important. Why? Again, I beg to differ, and wording is important. Because your skin color didn't become important. It has never been. Your skin color became relevant. It was brought to your attention because before you lived in a bubble that never made you realize that you're white, and all of a sudden the bubble was busted, and now reality is clicking in, and now you're understanding that you're white. You're yet to understand the entire depth of it, but one day begins a story, right? So your skin color didn't become important, babe. Pipe down a bit, okay? It's not that deep. Your skin color became noticeable to you because all of a sudden people are pointing out your wrongdoings. White people are tired as well. One of the things we are tired of is seeing videos like yours where the video starts with white people. Didn't you say you didn't understand white privilege? White privilege is being able to be tired about videos. Because you can stop, you can block, you can literally off your fucking phone. You can off your cell phone. You can get off the internet, which I suggest. Well, black people are exhausted by their living realities, impacted and directly enabled by the ignorance of white people. Imagine being so privileged that the only point you're bringing up when tiredness and being exhausted is being brought up is the fact that you're tired of seeing videos on a godforsaken app that you could literally delete off your phone and never see these things ever again. Black people are tired of being put targets on their skin color. Pardon me, life caught up. So let's continue. The next point is, why do I need to make a difference between white, black, green, purple, whatever? Why not start the video with people, women, narrow it down? Then she did narrow it down and you still complained. Either way, let's talk about the color part. There are no purple or green people. So that is why I don't know you why white people are so fond of, oh, I don't like I like everybody, no matter if you're black, white, green, purple, yellow. You get that that's not fucking arts class in primary school, right? It's real life and there are no purple and green people, so that argument is just as nonsense as the rest of your arguments, but we'll get there. Then interesting point, you said sacrificing time is white privilege. Even Wikipedia would have helped here. But okay. Now, my all-time favorite. We always walk on eggshells. We can't say nothing anymore because if we say something out of line for you guys, we are called racist. And like I said, who the fuck is you guys? You're referring to black people, right? Or you're referring to non-white people. And you guys is just the same like you people, and that's not cool. Black people are not a monolith, non-white people are not monoliths. So and also, you know what's funny, I've never had to watch my words around anybody non-white ever. I've never had the feeling I am walking on eggshells. So maybe you're just racist and people have called it out for you several times. So maybe that's why you feel like you're walking on eggshells. Maybe you should just stop, saying racist things. I know that's wild. I know. Try it. Then imagine someone coming to your house telling you about the success of a black woman and your inferiority complex screams, all women should be celebrated for success. Shut up. I know you did not. Shut up. Like, that's white girl 101. You went all in. Imagine, okay, just imagine you are graduating as an immigrant, you said, right? You're graduating at your school, and immigrants are the minority there. Most of the people are Americans of all races that have been raised and in America, so they're not immigrants. So of course you struggle differently, and that's not. I'm not debating that. I'm not trivializing that. You still have your struggles as an immigrant, no matter where you go. But whiteness makes a lot of that easier. So now imagine you're graduating and your school calls you out and is like, this woman came here as an immigrant, learned the language, and we should really celebrate this woman with her immigration background. Somebody will stand up and be like, I think all women should be celebrated. You see how disgusting you are? You get it now? I think you still don't, but that's on you. And then, of course, you ended it with, can't we just all be friends? Wow. Katie just ended racism in the blink of an eye just by taking a deep breath. Why? Right, Katie. Let's just overthrow everything and just be friends, right? Let's forget 600 years of oppression, ongoing oppression. Let's just forget the global creation of white supremacy and white privilege as a standard. No matter where you go in the world, let's just forget that where we are as white people globally is because of the ongoing oppression of BPOC. But guess, yeah, you would deny that too, right? Because as an immigrant, you struggled. I've never met someone that is that oblivious and that ignorant of racism and at the same time tokenizes their immigration background to such a disgusting extent. So yeah, you really did that, Katie. You really did that. But Katie, in all seriousness, no, we cannot just be friends. I would jump off a fucking cliff into an ocean of needles. Or I would rather eat my own tongue before I would ever befriend someone like you. God, please. The funny thing is, probably nothing I said here will ever resonate with you because you see yourself as an immigrant rather than seeing yourself as a white woman, which you are. And yes, it makes a difference. I'm a white woman living in Germany. My heritage, my ethnicity does not matter one single bit because the living reality I live every single day when I leave my house is that of a white woman. And that's the same thing with you. And it matters, especially on stolen land. Right, Katie? This whole video gave me vibes like, oh, why are y'all always pulling the race card? Maybe if white people didn't invent the games of races, black people didn't need to pull any race card because it wasn't even in existence. That's another wild guess for you. I suggest you do some research, actual research. Maybe read a book or two when the author is actually black. For example, They Came Before Columbus. Very good book. Should help you out. There is a lot more. You have a lot of work to do. That's if you don't want to be called racist anymore. That's on you though. Go off, Katie.